Now, I've been making no secret of the fact that I'm investigating traveling and living abroad for lengths of time. You know, part of it is you need enough time to really experiment and enjoy the culture. And after much consultation, watching videos on the Philippines, Thailand, Vietnam, I was going to do South America and parts of the continent, different countries in the continent of Africa later because I was going to do that with some associates. So this time was pretty much focused on Asia. And after talking to enough people, I've pretty much got it down to Thailand, which, believe it or not, Thailand, the apartment that I'm looking at is running around $400 to $450 a month. It's amazing what you get for that. And if I wanted to really have like a crazy pad, I could spend like $1,000 or more a month. But you know, the $400 one is in a high rise with all the amenities furnished. And then, so the issue is traveling there. Now check it out. To go there business class, round trip is about $4,000. Okay? To go there one way, economy is $600. So I went and looked at the same airlines, Asiana. I looked at their business class, okay, which I told you when you do business class, you get a better deal for some reason by booking round trip. That's why I told you like that. If you book a round trip, it was like $3,900. Now, if you book it as a one-way economy, that's $600. That's to Thailand. Now, I went and watched the video. This is what's so good about today's world. You could literally go on YouTube and put in the airline and put in economy, business. And do you know people have videos of the whole trip with review? So I watched reviews of people who flew economy and people who flew business class. And I've flown business class. That's what I did to the Maldives. Now, check it out. Makes a difference on these long flights. When you go to Thailand, the first leg for most of them is from LAX to Seoul. That is a 13-hour flight.
That's good, man. That's good. They're not taking you all the way around the world. You want? Oh, wait a minute. You want layover?
No, I'm just saying. And the one I was looking at had a 2-hour layover in Seoul. And then a 6-hour flight to Bangkok.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, so when you talk about flying now, but I watched the guy who took the flight. I watched a few people who took the economy. You could go look economy airline, economy flight on Philippine Air, because I was told by Celeste that was a good one. Okay. So I went and looked at the economy and the business class, the people's reviews. And you get to look at the seat, everything. So you know exactly what you're getting different. I suggest people try this. That's what I did, Vic.
Okay.
And I'm just telling you, looking at traveling to Bangkok, where you could live literally on $1.50, well, $5 a day. Okay?
Yeah.
From all your meals and everything.
Everything, yeah.
And even entertain. So it's some crazy stuff. That's where I'm looking at going to live there for a month or two. Because I also want to spend some time in Chiang Mai, which is the food capital of Thailand. So all of this is amazing. You can actually book. I've been looking at the video, so I know what the agencies to use. So you basically can book the apartment, fly in, and just go to the desk and get your key card and go up to your furnished apartment, Vic. So that's what I'm looking at, spending some time in Thailand. Now, Mario already said he's coming. I was talking to Herb and my buddy. He said, well, I want my own room. So like we said, we don't know if we want no roommates.
Oh, wow.
You might have to have your own. Well, you know what I'm saying?
I know, I get it.
I'm saying if I'm in Thailand, the fellas can visit me off and on and sleep on the couch.
If they go that far, they're going to get their own spot, right?
Well, I'm just saying, for $400 a month, you should get it.
Yeah.
I mean, here's what's so funny, Vic, because I actually saw this. They have a apartment that's $160 a month.
Okay.
And you ought to see it. It's just like being like for a college kid, it's like a one room with a little bedroom area,
right,
kitchen area, but it has all the amenities, internet, television,
right,
all of that, washer, $160 a month. So if you really want to live economy in the equivalent of a bachelor, single or something, you could do that for $160 a month. And you could book it before you get there.
I think Herman's going to get his own spot, didn't he?
Herman said he ain't stayed. Herman's
going to do it himself because
Dr. Bell,
because he already spent almost $400 on the date.
Yeah,
so I know he'll do that, right?
My friend Dr. Bell, he said we owe it to ourselves, and we do.
Right.
And so it's just just imagine this: round trip, business class to Bangkok for $4,000.
Right.
And you're not going to spend $4,000 in 2 months living there.
Right. No,
so just remember that. So that's the part about going to experiment, Vic. When you talk about going to experiment somewhere where your money's going to really go far, literally, I was looking at the morning buffet that was $1.50.
Right.
And like our equivalent of a Starbucks coffee. He said you can still go to Starbucks here and look how much you'll pay.
Right.
But look if you go to the local version of Starbucks. Well, it was 50 cents.
Right. Hey, listen, they make it very, very enticing, right?
Yeah, they make it, because especially now that weed is legal, they gave away 1 million marijuana plants in Thailand.
Right.
They gave away 1 million marijuana plants in Thailand. And so, what can I say?
Yeah. Yeah, no, this is good, man. I can't wait, because if you don't document, then I know you're really busy. I won't tell them what you're busy at, though.
We won't tell you. Well, hopefully I'll be busy at some good shit.
To notice.
I mean, I'm not going over to Thailand in search of a woman.
You won't have to worry about that. They're going to find you. Yeah, they're going to find you.
I'm putting the word out to people like Vic.
You know what?
Because there's the issue, too, of them coming, because I'm saying, hey, if you could look at the guy traveling, okay? You could look at him.
Right.
And see, if I was younger, I would be taking that $600 flight. You ought to see it. But, I'm older and
you think,
soft.
You think you can hide so you can be inconspicuous?
No.
When you land at the airport, the bells will be ringing.
We want some Pax Stereo attention.
Yeah, well, you're going to get some, bro.
All right. Hey, station ID.